What if your house could water your plants, remind you to take your medication, and even do the cooking for you? Today, we are stepping into the future. You don't want to miss this.
Kick it.
Almost 90% of adults aged 65 and over would rather grow old in their current home than move to an assisted living facility. The Cox Independent Smart Home demonstrates how aging in place is no longer a luxury, but a reality. Powered by Cox Communications Gig technology, this home features more than 50 connected smart devices with cutting-edge technologies for independent living. Throughout the show, we'll experience firsthand this marvelous home. First stop, the kitchen.
Hi, I'm Karen. Welcome to Cooking from the Heart. We are in a Cox Smart Home today, and here to educate us on the ABCs of high-tech cooking is our fabulous cookbook author and blogger, Whitney Bond. Thank you so much for being here, Whitney.
Thanks so much for having me on the show.
I am ready to learn.
I'm so excited to teach you about all the smart devices in the kitchen here, as well as cook up a couple of really delicious recipes. So we're making Chipotle maple chicken sliders in the Wi-Fi enabled slow cooker. And I love this because you can set it and forget it literally, because you can control it from your phone anywhere.
And that's intentional forgetting, right? Not like when I cook and I forget, like, what is it? Oh,
What
I forgot. This is good forgetting.
Yes, exactly. You can check any point in time, make sure that your slow cooker is set to whatever temperature you want it at. So the great thing about like a recipe like this, chicken cooks a lot faster than beef. And so you really only need it to slow cook on low for about 6 hours. But most people don't have the luxury of only working 6 hours a day. So if you're one of those people, you have an 8 to 9 hour, between when you leave the home and when you get home, then you can set this on low for 6 hours. It will actually notify your phone when the 6 hours is up, and you can change it right to the warm setting from your phone. So it's gonna keep it at a safe temperature for eating when you get home without overcooking and getting, dry chicken. It's still gonna be nice, warm, delicious, moist chicken.
Oh, I love that. Well, let's start cooking.
Yes, absolutely. So you're gonna help me over here by mixing all of our spices together. So we've got some cumin, some garlic powder, a little bit of salt, some chipotle pepper powder, a little bit of paprika, cinnamon, and ginger. So we're just gonna mix all these together and rub them on the chicken. And then over here I've got some maple syrup, some apple cider vinegar, some apple juice, and then some chipotle peppers and adobo. So these are very spicy. So you only wanna use one and chop it up, and then the recipe itself is not spicy. It really gets balanced out by the maple syrup.
And you can always add more spice if you like things a little hot, right?
Absolutely.
I'm making sand art. Do you remember that when you were little? Look at that.
Yes, you've got all the different beautiful layers of spices.
Oh, can't forget the ginger.
Absolutely not.
I'm gonna grab a bowl for the chicken.
Okay.
Real quick.
Perfect. And I'll start mixing over here. So I'm gonna pour our maple syrup into our mixing cup. And I love maple syrup.
I do too.
Such a fun sweetener that's a little bit different and better for you than just straight sugar.
And if you get that really good dark maple syrup, it just adds that really rich flavor. I love it.
And you could even make this recipe. I know that a lot of people like chicken thighs. I usually use chicken breasts. I mean, it's something that most people have at home, either in their fridge or the freezer. Buy it every week. But you can always sub in some chicken thighs if you prefer dark meat.
Or they're a little more budget friendly.
Yeah.
And sometimes they can have a little more flavor. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick.
Okay, absolutely.
Chicken.
Yes, you always want to make sure you're washing your hands regularly while cooking, especially when you're cooking with meats, chicken, any kind of raw meat. Always want to make sure your hands are nice and clean, no cross-contamination over here.
And finger looking good is after the chicken's cooked.
Exactly, yes, yes. That's the sauciness of the Chipotle maple sauce. So, yep, and then just add your seasonings onto
Pour right on top.
And then just use your spoon to just kind of mix it all. I mean, it doesn't, you want to get the chicken coated, but it doesn't have to be like, you know, perfect.
Okay, I think they're pretty well covered and just pop them right in there.
Perfect, yep, just pop them in right there. So now we're gonna put our Chipotle maple sauce right into here, and then we're gonna let this cook either on high for 3 to 4 hours or on low for about 6 hours. We'll shred it up and turn it into sliders.
So we're just gonna set the timer with your phone?
Yeah, absolutely. Just pop this lid on. We're going to set the timer, and then our phone will actually notify us as soon as it's done, so we can go pop on the couch, watch some Cox Contour TV, and our phone will let us know, and we don't even have to worry about it.
That's awesome. So we can use the remote and say, hey, I wanna watch.
Yeah.
I like Harrison Ford.
I don't know. I'm down. Let's go
go.
figure out what we're gonna watch. All right, my smartphone just told me dinner is ready.
I am too.
Perfect. I've got some little Hawaiian rolls here to make our sliders. So let's dig in.
Oh my gosh, that smells so good.
So we're going to shred the chicken right here in the slow cooker. I like doing this because why dirty another dish?
One pot, not one pot shopping, one pot meals. There we
Right,
go.
yes,
Perfect.
exactly.
That did not take any time. They just fell right apart.
Exactly, that's what I love about it. It's so easy and you haven't dirtied another dish.
And we got to watch some movies.
And now we're going to make them into sliders. If you don't mind holding that,
Oh,
I
that's
will
closer
plate
to
us
my mouth.
some chicken. Absolutely, that's where I like my food.
Yep.
And it's easy as that. You can add some toppings if you wanted to. If you wanted to add some cheese on top or spice it up some more, add like some
Yeah.
jalapenos to it. You know, you can really kind of make them your own, but they're so good just on their own.
Well, they smell delicious. I can't imagine needing to add anything. But yeah, some people might want to crunch, put some coleslaw on there or
Right,
something.
yeah, absolutely. So top of bun.
Ah, these look great. Well, I cannot wait to sink my teeth into this. But I don't want to talk with my mouth full, so I know you have a lot of other tricks up your sleeve that you're going to teach us.
Yes.
And when we come back, we're going to check out some really cool things of this smart home. So don't go anywhere.